Winchester. This movie stars Helen Mirren and Jason Clarke. It is a Spierig brothers film. They've done stuff like Daybreakers and more recently Jigsaw, and this movie follows the story of Sarah Winchester, who is the maker or the family that made the Winchester rifles, the Winchester guns, and she believes she is haunted by the souls of people that were killed by her weapons. Now, obviously, this movie isn't necessarily advertised as straight up horror. It's kind of biographical, fantasy, if you will, but it did look very creepy. And saying that, it had been out a few weeks in America, which gave me an idea of what to expect. So I had pretty much low expectations coming into this film. But this movie is definitely disappointing in a way. It is a run-of-the-mill horror movie. It is exactly what you'd expect. It obviously follows Jason Clarke around, who is a doctor. He plays Eric, who is basically a psychologist, I believe. And he has to grade Sarah Winchester, played by Helen Mirren, and figure out if she's crazy, because she believes she is haunted by this ghost, and she lives in the Winchester mansion, which is a real thing in San Jose, listed as one of the most haunted mansions of all time, but that's pretty much all I know about it. And she continually builds these rooms, and basically she states she builds these rooms to keep the souls of people that she had killed at bay, and it keeps them calm and it keeps them pleasant, I suppose you could say. So this is definitely a different kind of horror movie. I liked the way they bring in the Winchesters, and that's why I gave it a true meaning of why they're getting haunted. But that's probably the best part about the film, is that 2-second of story of why they're getting haunted. This movie is very run-of-the-mill. It is very disappointing. I think it does everything that every horror movie does, where they just try to jump scare you as much as they can, and that's why I appreciate movies that can do that but also give you a story, because pretty much in the 2000s horror movies you expect to be jump scared all the time, like 24/7, and you can just sit there and you can go, alright, this is a scene where you're gonna sit there and you go, alright, here we go, there's gonna be one coming, okay, and bang, there it is. Or you sit there and you go, oh, ooh, there's a mirror there, is that gonna be a, no, bang, okay. And that's the way it is, and that's the silly bullshit jump scares that they give you all through this film. Now, obviously, I don't necessarily say that's a bad thing in films, because it gets you, it's a cheap scare, but it is a scare, I suppose, so I don't frown upon movies doing that. But if that's all they've got going for them, that's not a good thing, and that's what pretty much all this movie was just jump scares. The story pretty much died at me just telling you why they're haunted, or why she believes she's haunted, because they killed by her rifles, and you can find that in any plot summary. Not even like a spoiler plot summary, that is just the synopsis of the film. So it was pretty mediocre. I mean, it definitely does some things that gets me interested, but then just destroys them. I mean, it definitely is just, why are you doing this, as any horror movie is nowadays, is you just sitting there, and I think this is probably the worst I've ever seen in a film, and I'm just like, why are you doing the things you're doing? Just be smarter than that, like, come on. And that was through my mind the entire movie. I was just sitting there, I was going, like, what are you doing, dude? Like, come on, like, don't do the dumb shit. You've just continually done this shit before, and you're like, but nah, that can't happen again. Or, nah, I've seen 36 ghosts, but I don't believe in ghosts. It's like, come on, man, like, lift your shit. You know, it's got frustrating at a point. It's not a bad movie per se. It is just nothing special whatsoever. I think you can miss this movie and never ever have 1% of your body that goes, I really wanted to see that. I really should go and see that. You're not going to get that here. If you watch it, I think you could come out disappointed, but you also could come out and go, okay, yeah, it was good. It was, it was alright. Like, you're not going to come out and say it's good, but I don't think you might come out and say, yeah, alright, it was okay. I don't think you're going to come out of the film going, I'm so glad I saw that. And, I mean, lift your game a little bit. I mean, this is kind of a delayed January movie. Usually the start of the year is a bit shaky, and, the last few films I've watched, I think 2 of the 4 have been poor. Other 2 have been pretty good. Lady Bird and Black Panther, thumbs up to you guys, but 15-7 into Paris and this film, just piffle. Just mediocre, run-of-the-mill shit. I'm giving Winchester a C-. A C- might seem a bit kind compared to what I was saying of the film. I just don't think it was that bad. I was never sitting in this movie at a point going, oh my god, get me out of here, or holy crap, this is bad. I was just like, come on, do something. Hit it now, push the movie on, and we never got there. And I can, you know, rip the movie a little bit, but it honestly wasn't horrible. It was just far from good. Thank you guys for watching my review of Winchester. I love horror, so it's always hard to give them a shit grade, but you have to at some point. Again, you guys can subscribe by pressing that button. You know where it is, and you get movie reviews, you get Blu-ray videos, you get Steelbook videos. I've pretty much built up a schedule of when I'll be releasing. I'm not going to say what that is because I don't want to say it and then not live up to it, but I think you guys should figure it out in like the next month or so that I'll be uploading on the same days every week. So just pay attention, guys. Thank you guys for watching. You can like, you can comment, but of course, have a good one.